back again with a brand new episode of Another 24. I am your incredibly handsome host, Taurus Montez, and today I got a very special guest in the building. I got one of my partners in the building. Man, this guy out here working miracles for people. Goddamn, bringing people back from the dead, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I got the one, the only, the Credit GOAT. My dog, Session. How you feeling, my boy?
I'm good, man. Good to see you, dog.
Good to see you. Likewise, man. I'm good, man. You know, slow motion. You know how I be.
Doing your thing.
Yeah. Likewise, man.
Hey,
you look like money, bro. You look like money, dog.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm like, this is too nice in here. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, it's nice, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you know, we doing our thing. Mm-hmm. So, man, I got to ask you, the Credit GOAT, my boy, man, how much debt have you gotten rid of for people, bro? It's in the millions, I know that.
Man, realistically, I stopped counting at like 10 million. Seriously, like,
no cap.
Because even per client, I have some clients, I'm removing 100,000, 150,000 worth of debt, home loans, mortgages they been defaulted on, and all kinds of stuff that's on their credit. So yeah, it's definitely hot, like over 10 million.
Over 10 million.
Sure.
I ain't gonna lie, man. We see a lot of people doing credit. We see a lot of people promising this and promising that. A lot of people feel like it's a scam, bro. So why do people, number one, why do you think people think it's a scam?
I don't know why people think it's a scam. If anything, I think the people who think it's a scam are the scam. Because it's like, you know, we all should be responsible for what we do. So it's like, you know what you got going on. You know who you done ran off on, who you didn't pay, whatever the case is. So the way I see it, it's like I'm here to help. So it's like, it could never be a scam on my end. And I always tell people, like, if your credit is bad, what can I do with your credit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's like, it's no... I mean, I get why people say that, because people have been scammed before.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But the way, you know, my perspective about things is just completely different, because I'm like, hey, for a person who's going to actually do the work and get you to where you need to be, I should charge double. But it's like, you know, I really, you know, got a heart for helping people. So, you know, I try to make, you know, everything I do affordable. Like, I change prices for people if I got to. I work with people, because my goal is, like, when people come to me and tell me what they want, what they're trying to do, my goal is to get them there. If somebody come to me and say, hey, I'm trying to purchase a house and I'm trying to get a car, my goal is to do what we need to do, get you on the right track, and by the end of the service, 2 months, you know, 3 months at the most, you have your car, you have your house. So
yeah, that's dope, man. That's hard, man. Like I said, not a lot of people need that, especially Atlanta. You know how Atlanta nigga, you know.
Everybody, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, everybody, you know, mess their credit up.
Yeah. Everybody make mistakes.
Yeah, everybody make mistakes, man.
So, how did you learn how to do this, man? Because it seemed like, you know, by the time black people catch on to something, it's like the play art then already dried up. You know what I'm saying? So many, all the white folks and everybody else then dried the shit up, and then we finally figuring it out. You know what I mean? But I feel like right now, this is something that's going on that's never going to get old. This play never going to dry up.
It is. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we use consumer law for everything. So, I mean, with the whole, you know, credit system, you know, it's like laws that protect us as consumers. So, you know, we try to go in and, you know, make sure that, you know, everything is structured how it's supposed to be. We're doing everything legally, you know. And, you know, most of the time, you know, people come to me and, you know, they're just they don't know what they're looking for. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some people, they don't understand the whole credit system. They don't understand, like, what goes on behind the scenes. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm also educating people, too, with the whole credit thing. But as far as, like, how I got into it, really, you know, it started off with my dad, to be honest. My dad was really the first person who taught me about credit. So he's the first. Yeah, shout out to Pops, man. He's the first person who actually showed me a perfect credit score. I hadn't seen, even to this day, like, I mean, I've seen people on Instagram with an 850 and stuff like that, but as far as in person, like, he's the only one that I had saw, like, my whole life with an 850. So that just kind of, you know, motivated me to, you know,
figure that shit out.
Yeah, because you having $50,000 cars, $100,000 cars, 20, 50, you know, and I was just like, So that's how I really got into it. As far as like credit repair, because I always been into credit. Like I've always studied credit. I always, been trying to actively learn about it. As far as doing credit repair, I actually have found somebody that was doing it, and I straight up just paid him. I straight up just DM'd him. I was like, I like what you doing. I ain't seen nobody do nothing like this. Let me pay you to teach me. He wasn't even offering mentorship. He wasn't, but smart. I respect people's time so much that I'll come to a person like, yo, like I've even paid a person $500 to ask them one question before.
Hey man, it's an investment.
Yeah, it's an investment. So, and that one question made me tens of thousands of dollars. So, it's all about,
Yeah, you smart, bro.
investing into yourself at the end of the day.
Fast. Yeah, I know you for a minute, man. You always been a hard worker. You always been a stand-up dude. So I know, whatever you do, you're gonna be successful at it. And once you figure that shit out, it's just repeating the whole process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all about just learning, like sticking to something, and most people like to quit and just switch over to different things. But me, like once I'm into something, I like obsess over it. You feel me?
So was it something that happened in your life that made you be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just figure this shit out.
I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, like when I was working a 9 to 5, so I've always pretty much, like me personally, have had decent credit, good credit, whatever the case. So even when I was working my 9 to 5, my credit was decent at the time. So I was getting approved for like Amex Platinums, $10,000 cars, $20,000 cars, and I'm going to work every single day.
Right.
Not missing a day. So I think that's what kind of motivated me, was that I could wake up, do a 30-second application, and make 20 bands before I even get out of bed.
Right.
I don't feel like there's nothing that beats that.
Yeah, facts. I mean, you ain't lying, bro.
It's like you can create money out of, but it's all about knowing what to do with the money. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know what outlet to put it in, you're gonna fail.
End up broke. Yeah, they say like 90% of the people that hit the lotto end up broke again. Because they just don't know what to do.
That's crazy to me. Let me hit the lotto. Bro. Let me hit the lotto.
Let me hit half of the lotto. I'm straight, bro.
Man, what?
I'm straight. So, but when did this turn into, like, when was the point you realized, like, shit, I could turn this into a business for real? Because I feel like people got to trust you to, like, hand over addresses, social security numbers. They like, a lot of people might be like, whoa, I don't know about all this. But
I feel like it came, like, when I first started doing it, I was really just putting people on authorized users. So when I first started learning, like, before I had learned from the guy, I was already helping people out. Like, because I actively do real estate. So there are realtors, lenders, they would hear about my name, like, hey, can you, but I wasn't like really like fixing credit. I was helping credit, boosting credit type thing. Yeah. But I feel like it really just came with relationships. I work directly, with a lot of, realtors, lenders and stuff like that. So it's kind of like they trust the lender, so they trust me. They trust the realtor, so they trust me. And, I post a lot. Well, a majority of my results on Instagram daily, so people can see. Like, I even post on my computer, like me clicking a button, refreshing it, because we all want to see the proof.
Yeah,
It's one thing. A lot of people do have faith. Some people don't, but
when they see
a lot of people like to just see things. So I feel like that's really where it came, just like word of mouth. Just showing people the process, showing people like real life that is being done.
Got you. So if somebody has poor credit right now, it's they credit a 520 or something like that, what's like the first 3 things that you would tell them to do to start getting back on track?
The first 3 things, well, one I would tell them to pull their credit report and see what's actually on it. I would tell them to go get Smart Credit or something like that. Pull it, check all 3 bureaus, see what's hurting you, see what's going on. If it's a late payment, if it's you got too many inquiries, see what's actually on your score. Most people don't, they just be doing stuff they don't even know. Like some people, you know, I've had people that have had 100 inquiries, 50 inquiries. They literally just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand. So like one, I would say, pull your report, understand what's going on, see what's on there. Two, I would honestly say like figure out what you want to do. Like what's your goal? Like, because you can fix your credit, you can have good credit, but to do what?
Right.
Because you can have a 700 all day sitting.
But what you gonna do with it?
What are you gonna do with it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like actively having a plan. Like, okay, I want to do this. I want to buy a car. I want to purchase a house. I want to use this so I could put it on Turo. I want to, whatever the case is. So, second is having a plan on what you want to do once it's fixed. Then third, I would say going about seeing if you want to, you know, go ahead and fix it yourself, or you know, skipping that and paying a professional to, you know, get it done in a, you know, adequate amount of time, depending on how much time you have.
Right.
You know, those are the first things I would do. I wouldn't just tell people to go get this, go get that, go get this credit builder, because it's like you can get that, but it's like if you still have negative items, you still got to get your credit fixed.
Yeah,
So
facts.
yeah, that's the top three things I would tell a person to do.
So when people say like, hey, I can fix your credit or I can increase your score 100 and whatever points, what's actually happening on the credit report? Because a lot of people just gonna be like, all right, my credit was a 520, now it's a 720, but I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. So like, you know, I try to coach people as well while I'm fixing their credit, because some like you just said, like some people they really just don't know. They're just like, hey, it is like some people fix their credit just for no reason, you know. But as far as like, you know, the score and like fixing it, I would say like, first of all, like only 1% of the people have like a good credit score. Behind the scenes, it's like, you know, so we're sending out dispute letters. You know, we're analyzing the profile, seeing what's on there first, because we have to know, you know, what we're removing. A lot of times it's late payments. I would say that's the biggest thing that hurts somebody's score is a late payment. Collections. On your venture score, on the FICO sheet of the breakdown of, you know, the pie chart, 35% of your score is based on your payment history.
Right.
That's a big part. I like to explain it to people like when we were in school, and you know they used to say, hey, tests are 50% of your grade, quizzes are 30%, homework is 10%. So you know, okay, if you fail the test, or you can do everything else, if you fail the test, you're gonna fail, type thing. So that's pretty much how it is with, you know, the credit. Behind the scenes, you know, we're actively, you know, sending out, you know, disputes to the creditors, using consumer law, you know, making them remove the items that need to be removed, because there's a lot of inaccurate things on people's reports. There's, you know, the credit bureaus are getting sued all the time, left and right, because they just have they're doing too much. Like too many inaccuracies. Capital One getting sued, Experian getting sued. It's even the card companies itself.
My bad to cut you off.
Good.
My old car loan lender, they got sued for shit they was doing. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's typically like a lot of the, you know, the same companies, like, and that's why we're protected. You know, as consumers, we're protected. So like I was mentioning earlier, we have consumer law. So that's, you know, pretty much what keeps us, you know, protected as far as like late payments, what they can put on our report. Because at the end of the day, we don't agree to any of these things. A lot of people don't know the credit bureaus are private companies. So they're not government related at all. So it's like Facebook selling it's like Facebook has a score for you, and they're selling. They get their information from, you know, data furnishers, Target, Kroger. You go online, you fill this out. You go online, you fill this application out. They know how much you make. So they don't have, you see what I'm saying? So it's like they're private data furnishers.
So it's no big agency that governs them. Like, they can just do whatever they want, really.
Well, there's something called the FCRA, which is like the Federal Credit Bureau, whatever it is. So basically, they're like the big dogs of the whole credit game. So they're the people who can actually go to these companies and say, hey, remove this. Hey, this is wrong, remove this.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
a lot of the things we do are protected through the FCRA. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Even, you know, with collections, people don't know that your debt is being sold. So, you know, for example, Capital One, say you owe them $1,000, something happens, you know, you default, you can't pay them, whatever the case is, life happens. Once you can't pay them and they close that account, they charge it off. They're writing it off on their taxes. So they're writing that $1,000 off, like, hey, we lost it. We're gonna, you know, they're gonna accompany us for this $1,000 on our taxes. So what they do is they go sell it to a collection agency and they buy it for pennies on the dollar. So that same $1,000 account, a company might have bought it, say Jefferson Capital, something like that. Say they may buy it for $100. But they're gonna come to you and they're gonna blow your phone up, blow your email up, blow your mailbox up, and say, hey, we'll settle with you for $500. So they're gonna make $400 off of the $100 they spent. Yeah. Capital One's not gonna lose. The only person that's gonna lose is the consumer.
Dang, that's crazy.
You know, that's why they have, you know,
it's a crazy system, boy.
Yeah, that's why they have consumer law to protect us, because if I owed you $1,000, you know, and I woke up the next day and I got a text from one of your friends saying, hey, you owe me $1,000, I'm gonna be like, no, the fuck I don't. I don't even know you. I didn't sign for that. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah.
I only know to do business with you. So that's pretty much what goes on behind the scenes. It's just a fight.
Gotcha. Now, you know, the one thing that gets a lot of us in trouble with our credit is the credit cards, right?
Absolutely.
We hear so many different strategies on how to use credit cards. So, in your opinion, what's the best way to use it? You paying it off every month? You making a little more than the minimum payments? Making the minimum payments to get that history up? What you think?
So the answer I'm gonna give, you know, is people probably not gonna like it, but I personally believe that credit cards only should be used to get you to the next step. Because it's easy to fall in the trap of credit cards. Whether you paying it all, you know, it's if you're not using it for the right reasons, I feel like eventually you're gonna fall into a trap. Even I did. Like, it took me years to finally, like, okay, I'm not gonna use it for this. Then I end up using it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it definitely takes discipline, but you really wanna, if you're gonna use it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's like you decided you're gonna use it, I mean, I would say, you know, whatever you buy, just make sure you pay it back at the end of the month.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people say that, oh, don't use 25%, 30%, That's fine. That's a good rule to have. But the only thing that matters is at the end of that credit reporting cycle is what's there.
Balance,
so, you know, a lot of people know, you know, you have the statement closing date, you have the due date. Most people, we just pay attention to the due date. Okay, it says I have a $50 minimum due on the 1st. But something that a lot of people do is they pay that minimum and they go spend it. They go start spending right away. Yeah. So when that statement closes, they think that they did something, paid their minimum, whatever, but they're still spending. So whatever is reported on that statement closing date, which is usually, I would say, like 3, 4, sometimes 5 days after the due date. Usually, if your due date is on the 1st, your statement closing date is on the 5th, the 4th, something like that. So you got a few days, even if you're late paying your due date, you still have a few days before it reports a negative, you know, a late payment.
See, that's how they get you, bud.
So that's how they get you. So that, I would say, like, you know, just be strategic, just be cautious, know what you're doing, don't overspend. Don't spend what you don't have. If you don't have the money to pay for it cash, don't buy it. That's just a simple, easy rule. It's easy to get a $10,000 card and just go buy everything you want, but at the end of the day, that due date is going to come up. That minimum payment is going to come up, and eventually you're going to have to pay it. It's not free money.
Yeah, facts. Definitely not. So this whole credit repair, this whole industry that you the GOAT of, how long has this been going on? How long has this been going around? This has been going on for probably decades before we found out, huh?
Man, yeah, credit. I think they said like the FICO system was like starting like the 1930s or 50s or something like that. So it's been a system going around, it's been a credit system going around. So it's been around for a pretty long time. Yeah.
So what do you think? What are some of the best things you did to leverage having great credit or perfect credit? Like, did you invest in, like, what assets did you invest in? What are some things you did?
So one of the things I did starting off when I first, got my credit right and, started to see, what opportunities there were, I did get into Turo. So I did buy, a few vehicles, put them on Turo. Not saying it's the same for everybody, but it just, I kind of, had somebody that was already doing it, so they kind of gave me a few pointers on, like, how to price it, how to do things. So, that's one of the first things I did that, kind of, put me in the game was the car rental business. But I'm not really in that business no more. Just I ain't gonna say it wasn't for me, but some unfortunate events happened to where I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this no more. I got my money and got out. So I didn't lose any money from it, but that was one of the first things I did. Another thing, learning how to do funding and things of that nature, just investing into myself. So I invest in a lot of information. I have different mentors that I pay for to get, different types of information. So really, right now I'm just putting a lot of money into the stock market right now, just waiting for the right time for me to buy some more real estate, honestly. So that's what I'm on. Credit and real estate.
Fire.
Two best classes known, like
two best things. So when somebody is ready to, break bread with you and go ahead and hire you, what are some things that they need to go ahead and do? Do they need to have, like, do they need to catch up on their payments? Do they need to stop paying collections? Like,
so when people typically sign up, so I basically have a simple onboarding process, but the people who pay for consultations and stuff, I'll speak with them on the phone and stuff of that nature. But pretty much, my process is very simple. Once we onboard the client, and we get the information we need from them, we work very quick. I don't like to linger clients and have them in for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. I try to get people in and out within 1 to 2 to 3 months. So even like with the packages I have an express package that we do it in like 30 days or less, and I have a standard package where it takes around like I would say like less than 2 months.
Okay.
Like 2 months less, somewhere around that time frame. But really a person, when they come to me, regardless, we're going to fix the credit anyway. So
yeah, for sure.
Keeping up on their payments and stuff like that, that's just, I mean, yeah, they do need to do that, but I kind of talk with people before and see like what's going on with them, like, and make sure like, okay, don't get any late payments while we're doing this. Don't apply for anything while we're doing this.
Right.
So, I mean, that's really the breakdown I give people. Most people kind of, know what's going on, but the people that don't, I kind of let them know, what to do and like what to expect during the process.
So people with bad credit, can they still get approved for things?
Yeah, you can get approved for stuff with bad credit. I've seen it. It depends. It all depends. I haven't really seen people get approved for like loans and things of that nature, but I've seen people get approved for like little credit cards and stuff like that. May get a little card with a high interest rate or something like that, but not too much.
Not too much.
Not
okay.
too much.
Okay.
Even like some creditors are real strict. Like, there's some companies, loans, credit cards, they don't even want you to have more than 2 inquiries. You have more than 1 inquiry, boom, you're automatically denied. So, I mean, yeah, it's, because they have predatory lending. They have cards that they'll wait for you. They'll wait for your credit to go to 500. Here's $1,000.
Right.
Here's $1,000 at 40% interest. Here you go. You don't even gotta apply. Just click.
Just take this money.
Done. Like, so I mean, yeah, but not good. I wouldn't say any good credit.
Yeah.
You can get bad credit with bad credit. You can get good credit with good credit.
Got you.
Basically.
So you mentioned real estate and how important credit is to that. Like, what's the difference between having like decent credit and buying a house and then having like perfect credit and buying a house? I know the interest rates can vary. I know your monthly payments; those things can be different. So what's the advantage?
I would say the most important thing is interest rates. You know, maybe the program you can qualify for. So, you know, FHA, I believe you can get FHA with like a 580 or something, or like a 620. A lot of these programs, like housing programs, you can get with like a 620. You know, you gotta have proof of income and stuff like that. That's always what, you know, slows people down, is the proof of income. But yeah, you can. I've seen people get. I mean, the higher the interest. I mean, the higher your credit score, the lower interest rates you can get. So I mean, I've had a client even in the neighborhood next to me. I helped him purchase his house. I was his realtor. I got him down to like a 4% interest rate.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah, I got him to a 4% interest rate. And I think his credit was like maybe like around like a 780 or something like that.
So you helped them fix his credit and then helped them buy the house.
Helped him fix his credit, got him right. Took like a month or two. You know, he signed to become my client and stuff like that. And the easiest part was he already knew which house, you know, he wanted. He had been telling me for like months, like, yo, like I want this house. So when he finally tapped in to fix his credit, he was able to get the house. I think he signed up in January, and I think he closed in like February.
Damn.
And he got paid at closing.
What?
Yeah. So I got.
Hold on. He signed with you in January and then bought the house. Bro, that's crazy. So that's the type of thing you're doing for people.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. Like my company, we've even helped like over 55 people in the last year alone. Like year to date, from last year to this time, we've helped over like 50 people, you know, purchase a home. So it's as easy as going through the process, going through my lender, or going through whatever lender, you know, you choose, and getting it done. So
hey, man, you know, we're gonna have to talk after this, man.
Let's do it. It's really easy.
So yeah, I think that's a great business right there, because you helping them through that whole process. I know you can make some little, you know, make a little bank out of that.
And the thing is, so I'm not I'm leaving it, you know, to the realtors, because I could be their realtor and do the whole, you know, process, but it would be a lot of
signing them to a 360.
Right. Could have been records.
Right.
I'm telling you.
So what are some things that people think is hurting their credit, but it's actually not really hurting their credit, or helping their credit, but it's not helping their credit?
Something that people think that's helping their credit that's really not helping their credit. I would say being on authorized users where people are spending the money.
Okay.
An authorized user is great. That's, in fact, one of the things I would recommend as far as, like, if you want to boost your credit the fastest, as far as boosting your score. Not like, that's not going to overall fix your credit, but as far as, like, boosting your score, if you have, like, you just got your credit fixed or you have fresh credit, authorized users are definitely the way to go, but the problem becomes when the authorized user is spending a lot of the money. So if you have a person, they have you on a $5,000 authorized user, and they're spending $3,500 of that, $4,000 of that, it's not really helping your score, because your balance is high now. Like your utilization is higher now because they're using 90% of their car, so it's going to report that on your profile.
So it's like you spending that even as the authorized user.
So I would say that's one of the big things. Like if you're gonna have somebody make sure the person that has you as an authorized user is responsible. Because at the end of the day, it's going to negatively affect you. Like, I've even had to tell clients, like, hey, tell that person to take you off.
Right.
Like, because they're missing payments type thing. So
let me ask you this, because there's so many things that can go on your credit: late payments, repossessions, evictions, foreclosures, medical debt. So all of these things can come off of your credit?
Yeah, everything that goes on can come off, pretty much. Whether it's an inquiry, I've removed bankruptcies. Like, I've removed Chapter 7, 11, 12, 13. I didn't remove, seriously, like, we didn't remove bankruptcies, repos, child support. Like, I didn't remove it all.
You know, they about to be calling you now.
Hey.
They about to be calling you now, child support.
Yeah, we pretty much can, remove any and everything. That's what I tell people. But it is a fight, I like to tell people that we're working against the credit bureaus, not with them.
Right, facts.
You know, so that's one thing that, you know, people just got to realize. You know, it's not always just the click of a button. You know, sometimes it takes more due diligence, and, you know, every client is different. Everybody's situation is completely different.
Facts.
Completely different.
Yeah, I got you. So what's like, without saying any names, of course, like what's the most dramatic transformation you've seen from one of your clients?
One of the most dramatic changes I've seen would probably taking a client from like a 412 to like a 802.
God, bro,
something
nah,
like
hold
that.
on.
I'm telling you.
Hold on, man. That's cap, bro.
It's on my Instagram.
412 to a 8 something?
It's on my Instagram. It might have been like a 793 or something, but it's like, I think one of them was definitely like an 8, like an 800. But I've taken clients from 396 point increases, like stuff that's unrealistic. When I tell clients certain things, like I'm like, yeah, your credit is gonna jump. Like I be telling them what to expect. Like, yeah, your credit, you probably look on there one day and it'll be up like 179 points, something crazy. Like they be thinking I'm joking. I be so serious. It's almost like comical now because I'm like, I know they don't believe me.
Right. Yeah.
But watch.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't believe you, bro. I'd be like, man, come on, dog. This nigga he just want the money, bro. This nigga cap, boy.
Like, but yeah, I didn't have a lot of transformations. And that same person purchased a home. So that's just a lesson of that. No matter how bad your credit is, no matter what situation you're in, it can always be fixed. It just takes either doing your own due diligence, finding the right person. But at the end of the day, like, there's no problem that's bigger than God. There's somebody that can help you. There's somebody that can fix you. Like, the fight is never over. Exactly. A lot of clients, they're like, oh, I'm sure this is the worst profile you've seen. It's not. It's not. I've seen the worst of the worst. I've seen the down bads of the down bads, but it's all fixable. I'm saying people, I had clients pull off in new Corvettes. I've had clients buy their dream car, and that's what I do it for. Like, I love to see people get the things they want. Like, that's like the main thing that keeps me going. I just like seeing people happy, knowing that there's a second chance, knowing that they can, it's not over.
Facts. Don't go fucking up your credit after you fix it, man.
Yeah, because I'm going to charge you full price.
So personal credit is one thing. What about the business credit? Are the rules the same? I feel like business credit, they might be a little more lenient on some of the things, on some of your profiles and shit like that. Is that true?
I wouldn't say they're more lenient, but business credit is definitely something you have to build to. A lot of people think just because they have a business, they can just go get some type of business credit, or it's just super. I'm not saying that it's hard, but everything is a process. There's a right way to do things, there's a wrong way to do things, and then there might be a way of, like, you don't even know how you did it. You don't know if it was right or wrong, and it just happened to work type thing. But I always tell people that even with the business credit, I would say it's all backed by your personal credit. So before people even start talking to me about business credit, I tell them, hey, let's focus on your personal credit first. Okay. Because, unless you're going the net 30 way and, you're building up your account, me personally, I don't like net 30s. I don't like the whole of having to figure out which one is going to report. You got to spend a certain amount for it to even report and all this stuff. I'd rather just go for the actual real credit cards, the Capital One Sparks, the Amex Business Platinums. I'd rather wait and work to get those. So the business credit is definitely cool because they typically give out 25 to 30% higher limits. So the business way is definitely the go. Especially, being strategic, it's better to have things in your business because, worst of the worst happens, it's under your LLC type thing. So, I mean, definitely business, like, is the way to go. It just, there's not really, like pre-approvals for business credit. Like, it's not like a lot of pre-approval tools like how you can do with, personal. You kind of just gotta go. Yeah, you kind of just gotta know you gotta kind of gotta know you're gonna, like, know what's the qualifications, go for it, and take that hard inquiry.
Got it. Now we know we in Atlanta, right? you know, we in the finesse scamming capital of the goddamn
Scam capital of the world.
So, you know, we listen to these rappers, we listen to Money Man, people like this.
Mm-hmm.
They be telling us about the CPN, what's the CPN number?
CPN.
Have you ever had to deal with that? You know anything about that?
I don't deal with CPNs. I tell people, like, if you're going to spend the money on the CPN, just go get your credit fixed. The CPNs I be seeing people selling them for are more expensive than my credit repair package. So the way I look at it, why not have your personal permanently good rather than running behind a CPN that is like, you know, you go to jail for.
Damn, you go to jail for that?
Man, you go to jail for a CPN. You don't see all the, man, it be videos on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, like people be trying to use CPNs to get apartments and townhouses and all kinds of stuff, and then people call the police on them folks. That's identity. That's like identity theft. Like that's fraud. Like,
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Speaking,
I mean, I guess I get, because I guess it would like work back in the day. I guess people was using it, but you know, now that there's so many people that can fix credits, you can fix your own. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I don't even see the point of using a CPN.
Right. Facts. Damn. Now, again, we in Atlanta. You know, a lot of people. You know, people be getting money, right? But even if you getting the money, how important is it to still have the good credit? Let's say you're making $30,000 a month doing whatever. Is it still important to have an A1 credit score with that type of income coming in?
I mean, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I would say that having good credit is something that you should do regardless of what situation you're in. No matter how much money you have, no matter what situation you're in, I feel like it always is going to make things easier to have better credit, because everything is tied to your credit. Your insurance, your phone bill, even jobs. Some jobs look at your credit, like they have a hiring index. Like you can actually check some credit monitorings. You can actually check your hiring index. You can see if you have an F, an A, and jobs look at that because they see it as in like, okay, if this person can't, if their credit is bad, if they can't handle this, if they're running off on everybody, why would we hire them?
Right, true.
That's kind of like sometimes how they look at it. So it benefits you in a lot of ways that you don't even know. Like it just having good credit makes everything easier and smoother. Seriously.
Yeah. So what was a time where you know, after you got your credit profile straight, you got your perfect credit, and you went to go, I don't know, maybe you applied for something, and you got approved, and you was like, damn, man, this shit really changed my life, man. Have you ever had a moment like that?
I did. When I first did my own funding, fixed my credit, tried like the next day. My mentor told me, walked me through everything. Got approved for like $30,000 like in like 2 minutes.
Dang.
Like, and I was just, it was like I wouldn't say it was a life-changing moment, but it kind of just gave me like more hope. Like, okay, you can print money with good credit. You can really print money. Now it depends on what you do with it, because you got to have a plan for it. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these loans and credit cards, if you use them, you have minimum payments depending on, what your interest is. Some cards, 0% interest, 24 months or whatever the case is. But, you kind of just got to have a plan, because at the end of the day, you got to pay monthly on these loans. There is interest. There's not, people don't just give you free money. Right. That's just your dad. That's the only person that might ever give you some free money.
Right.
Right. But, yeah.
Yeah, that moment when you seen that, all right, you are approved for 30 bands. What was that feeling like? Like, God.
It was just like let's get it. Like let's get it. Yeah. Let's move it. Let's do something with it. Like, cause that was like the first lump sum of money I've seen before. So it was kind of like, okay, I'm more calmer this time. But I feel like if it was like, my first time seeing it, I'd be jumping in the air, running around. I was excited, and stuff like that. But it's like I'm more so, like once you get it, you kind of just don't want to lose it.
Yeah, facts.
So it was more so that moment comes in. It's like the happiness comes in. Then it's like, oh, okay, time to buckle up for real.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you feel me? So I think that's what it would be.
So how much available credit you got right now?
Available credit, last time I checked, probably like 69K.
Damn.
I ain't got like, you know, millions and, you know, stuff credit, but, you know, available credit, you know, what I got going on and what I'm using, like probably like 69K, almost like 100 available. Nothing too crazy. Yeah.
Don't be trying to ask my boy for no money either. Y'all leave him alone now.
But I do got, you know, some money in the stock market and stuff like that. I do invest heavy.
Yeah.
I'm really into stocks. I'm not like a day trader or anything like that, but I am into stocks and stuff like that. So, you know, it's all about just diversifying your money. You know, credit and cash, two different things, you know, type things. So, you know, I always want to have, you know, as much credit as you can available. Like me, I just probably got to pay off a couple more things, you know, and I'm strictly only using my credit for like investments.
Yeah.
I don't use like, from what I know now and from what I've learned, I don't use my credit for anything. Like I don't.
Yeah, you know, buying crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm not buying nothing crazy. I'll go get something from Target, like real shit.
Right.
Like I can have it all day because having it don't mean you got to spend it. So it just, you know, about getting to the next point for real. We're trying to invest, we're not trying to spend nothing. We're not trying to give these folks no extra money because everybody wants your money. Everything and everybody wants your money. You step out the house, everything wants your money. Amazon wants your money. Netflix wants your money. Your car note wants your money.
Gas station
wants your money. The mall wants your money. Like everybody wants your money. So one thing my mom always told me was you have to tell your money where to go or it'll go where it wants to go. So.
So where you see like the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years of your business and your empire growing, what do you see for yourself?
Honestly, I see myself being a full-time real estate developer. That's like my end goal. Like that's what I really want to do. That's what I have a passion for. I will wait till it's my time. It's like one of those things like I'm not going to not do.
Right.
So in 5, 15 years, whatever the case is, I'm going to be building neighborhoods, building multi-million-dollar houses. So that's where I want to step out into. I'm always going to, you know, help people with credit because that's what I have a passion for. I'm always going to be able to educate people. I might, you know, put out a course or something, do some type of school community. But yeah, that's really what I got planned right now. So I'm gonna be on that really very aggressive.
Facts. You gonna do it, my brother. You gonna do it. All right. So we had kind of a deep conversation a little bit. You know, not too deep, but you know, it was a good conversation. I want to kind of, you know, lighten it up a little bit. You know, ask you some questions, my brother, just to see where your head at. Got your head on straight, but I'm gonna just, you know, I'm gonna see what you
got for me.
See what you talking about. All right, so I'm gonna give you like it's two options: this or that. You just tell me which one you're going with.
This or that, okay.
Yeah. All right, 800 credit score or 100K cash. Which one you going with?
I'm going with 800 credit score because I know I can get 100K cash. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going 800.
All right, perfect credit or zero debt?
Perfect credit because debt is not always bad. There's good debt and there's bad debt. So I could have a whole bunch of good debt. So yeah, I don't need to have no debt. Yeah.
All right. Credit card or debit card?
Credit card or debit card? Credit card for the points. Debit card, you don't really, you know, get.
Yeah, you don't get nothing.
You know, you don't get nothing from. So yeah, definitely a credit card.
All right. One credit card with a 20K limit or 5 cards with 4K limits? Which one looks better on your credit, you think?
The 20.
The 20?
The 20, because they're going to see that and they're going to give me I'm not going to have to get 4 different, you know, $5,000 to $4,000 cars. Next time I get one, you know, they're going to see that 20 and they're going to be able to like, okay, we're going to give them another 20. We're going to give them 15. We're going to give them 30 this time. So definitely 20.
All right. Pay cash or finance it? Something like a car or something like that.
Pay cash or finance? I mean, it just depends on the situation. That one it depends on the situation.
So you would buy cash? You would pay cash for a car?
I would pay cash because cash would save you interest.
True.
But putting something on your report, a car or something like that, $100,000 car, that'll put you in the game to go get, you know, another, you know, type thing. So I mean, either one, just depending on the situation.
All right. Rent with great credit or own with average credit?
Own with average credit.
Really?
I'd rather own. Because what is renting and good credit going to do?
True. All right, pay off your credit card or keep cash in the bank. Which ones should somebody do?
I would say pay off their credit card because keeping cash in the bank due to inflation, I don't think that's just like a super smart idea. So I think it'll be smarter for them to pay that, be able to get some more credit, do this, do whatever,
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Low interest rate or low monthly payment?
Low interest rate.
Low interest rate?
Low interest rate.
Okay. Even if the payment's higher?
Even if the payment is higher.
So you got to make sure you can afford that payment.
You got to, because you don't want to, you don't want to get screwed over. So, I mean.
True.
You don't want to get screwed over with interest.
All right, no credit history or bad credit history? Which one's
No
worse?
credit history.
No.
It's almost like the same as far as like what you can get approved for, but it's way easier to go up from having no credit than it is from having bad credit, because you got to go from underground, get back to surface level, then go up versus just going straight from surface level going up. So
True. All right. 100K salary or 100K in business revenue?
100K salary.
Or 100K in business revenue. You might not walk away with that 100K in business revenue, but that's the revenue. Which one you
But
think?
it's the same thing with the salary. If I get a 100K salary, I'm not walking off with that. So I'm going to take the 100K in revenue, because me being able to prove that on my taxes, I can, walk in the bank, get some funding, get some money. So it's all about getting some money.
Right.
When you think about it, it's what can I use to get me to the next spot to get some money?
Okay. So the 100K in business revenue, that's probably going to look better on your credit report, because business credit, that reports to your personal.
Some of them, some cards, like not all of them, but the business revenue. So that's just showing like, okay, like I made 6 figures in a year from doing credit repair. That's just showing, okay, so now if I have that on paper, I can go to the bank, I can go to Chase and like, hey, I can show y'all I made, 100K with my business. So like I said, with the business lines of credit, with the business loans and stuff like that, it's typically higher than if I was to go in there with a personal. Both of them are fine, but if it was me, I prefer knowing what I know. I would go with the business side.
All right, that's a gem for y'all now. It's a gem. All right. Amex Platinum versus Amex Gold versus Chase Sapphire Preferred card.
Amex Gold. I'm doing Chase Sapphire Preferred because I know that one is more like that's like a travel card, ain't it? I'm pretty sure that's a travel card. I mean, yeah, I probably go that one over Gold, because I know the Amex Gold is more so like, rewards from like dining out, restaurants and stuff like that, grocery shopping, stuff like that. So
Okay.
rather get points from traveling.
All right. Let's see. Dang, where'd I go? All right, Amex Platinum versus Discover It. That card?
Oh, Amex Platinum.
Amex Platinum, that's that one, huh?
That's that one.
All right, Capital One Venture X versus the Capital One Saver card.
Venture X for sure.
Venture X.
Better card.
For real? And they be having like different rewards and good points.
I mean, yeah, like the Venture X. I typically see people get like better, higher limits with that one, and I think that one is like some type of travel incentive based card as well too.
Got you. All right, Citi Double Cash or Wells Fargo Active Cash?
Citi Double Cash. Me preferably, because I actually have that card, so I kind of like they give good limits on that card, so definitely go Citi.
All right.
Yeah.
Delta Sky Miles Amex or United Explorer card?
Probably Delta Sky Miles Amex.
Man, I think Amex they probably like the goals of the credit card. You think?
So it all depends on perspective. Me, I'm a perspective person. It depends on how you want to look at it. So Amex is a charge card. So that limit, that no preset limit or whatever, that's based on your patterns as far as how much you pay back. if your credit changes or not. Now, Amex, they do something where like they reevaluate your credit like every so often, like every 3 months.
Yeah.
So depending, like if your credit went down really bad, Amex might take your limit away. You might not can spend as much, but it's because it's a charge card.
Yeah, okay.
So there's no like set limit on it. So that's cool because you might be able to go spend $20K, $50K. So I've seen people spend $1 million on that card. Like I've seen the limits I've seen on that card is crazy. But like I was saying, it's a charge card, so they can take that away at any time. So it's not like a set, like. But imagine if you had a Chase card that was a $100K limit.
Yeah,
it's a set $100K, so you don't have to worry about them taking your limit away, them doing that. You know, it's $100K when I reload it. If I pay it back, you feel me? It's $100K. If I spend 50, I got 50. Amex, it's like you almost never know with them. It's like you may wake up and be able to spend 50K tomorrow. You only can spend 10,000. Like, so, I mean, they're both good cards. They both have, you know, their incentives. Me, I like Amex. Like, you know, that was one of the first, you know, major cards I got approved for. So me and Amex, we like, we tied in, man. Shout out to Amex.
All right, cash back or travel points?
Travel points.
Travel points. All right, 0% APR or 5X points?
0% APR.
Hey man, you can't beat that.
Can't beat that. That's a free loan.
Right, facts. Right. All right, man. So the name of this show is called Another 24, right? So the reason why it's called Another 24 is because that's like the biggest blessing we can get. You know, it's billions of people in the world. We don't all agree on the same thing. We got different languages, different religions, different politics, all that shit. But the one thing we can all agree on is we all want another 24 to live, right?
Absolutely.
So it's a young man somewhere watching everything you doing. He watching Session go crazy with the credit repair. He might be in Atlanta. He might be what you people from New Orleans or something, right? Baton Rouge.
Louisiana.
Might be out there. He might be.
He might be in Africa. He might be in Nigeria.
Might be in Nigeria. But he watching Session. He like, man, Session going crazy. This man buying cars. This man buying houses. He doing the damn thing. But he might be struggling. So if you could talk to that young man and give him like 30 seconds or so of wisdom, I want you to look right at that camera and tell him what's on your mind.
Man, I would tell you.
This one right here.
This one?
Yeah.
Man, I would tell you, whatever they tell you can't do, go do it. Like, it ain't nothing stopping you. Nobody is your God, but your one true God. Nobody can stop you from doing anything. If you have a goal, if you have a plan, go for it. Because at the end of the day, your life can change so quick. My life changed 6 months, and people say that all the time, like, oh, your life can change so quick. It's really true. If you stay down, if you stick with one thing and you go hard and you put your all into it, you can do what you want to do in this life. So it's nothing to stop you. It's no excuses, because, you know, my dad is from Africa. My dad came here with what he say, $200 in a suitcase. You feel me? He's good now, overly. So, you know, just let that be a lesson. Like, it don't matter who you are, where you come from, you know, you can get to the top, man. Just keep going.
Hey, man, there it is. I appreciate you pulling up, man. That was a good conversation. You know, we're going to talk after this, man. I'm trying to buy me a mansion in like a year, man. Year and a half, 18
little
months.
Little lamb.
Lambo
chop.
Yeah.
See that boy riding through the city in the lamb chop, man.
Okay, man. We about to fit, bro. We about to fix the whole city credit, bro.
I'm trying to. I'm literally, that's literally my goal. I want to fix the whole the whole Georgia, Atlanta, outside. Like, it don't matter where you at. Like, contact me. I will fix your credit. It's only going to take, at the most, 2 months, you know, with my standard package. But if you want it done quick, we can get it done. You know, money talk. The more money you got, the quicker we can do it.
Hey, on game.
Seriously.
Hey.
You want it done in 4 days? Hey, we got a package for that. You want it done in 4 weeks? We got a package for that.
Hey, man, we might do like a little group thing. I'm going to get like 10 people. Everybody put in, can you do 10 people in a month, you think?
I've done whole families. I've done the mom, the dad, sister, the brother,
Grandma.
the god sisters, the god nieces, I done did like a whole family of like 10 before.
So what's the discount you give us if we bring you 10 people?
We're
gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, I had to put a number together.
Put a number together.
Yeah.
We're gonna fix 10 people credit, man. We're gonna get y'all. We're gonna make sure it's a good price. It's gonna be a group rate. We're gonna do something. We gotta fuck with my boy, man. But listen, man, I appreciate you pulling up, man. This is a great combo. We locked in, bro. So
I appreciate you for having me, bro. It's been overdue, man.
Facts, bro. We should have been did.
We should have been did this.
But yeah, man. All right, we out.
All right, man.